Hi everybody, it's JoJo and I'm here to do a makeup tutorial. So I'm going to do an everyday neutral eye. That's what I'm going to do. Everyone does a different like everyday neutral brown like eye for work or for just every day or for school or whatever. And this is my version of it. So here it is. So I have a lot to discuss. I'm gonna go back and forth into, mostly I'm gonna use Conspiracy, but I'm gonna use, I think, one shade from Blood Sugar and maybe one shade from Jawbreaker, but we'll get into that when we get to it. Okay, so, but we're definitely gonna use, majority is gonna be Conspiracy. So, oh god, we have a lot to discuss. I haven't done a makeup tutorial since I think the Hocus Pocus Halloween one. So let's get started. So I'm gonna start off with Diet Root Beer. And go into that. This palette's really dirty, okay. Just go into that with this brush. Let's start my eye. So we have a lot to talk about. Someone's calling me, of course, right when I start my makeup tutorial. So I'm officially done with all the dating apps. I tried Plenty of Fish again recently, and it's just not working out. So I'm just completely done. I don't understand why why I'm not working out in these dating apps. Am I ugly? I don't understand. Do I go off of bitch attitude? I don't know. But it's not working, so I just have to move on, and that's that. Like, I barely have any apps on my phone anymore. Like, barely any apps. Like, Instagram's gone. I don't use Facebook. I have no dating apps. I literally only have my phone, text, and music. My phone is very, very boring, very lonely. Okay, so, that's that. I guess I'll start with Dancing with the Stars, and then I'll talk about BravoCon. I have to talk about BravoCon. I have to talk about so I went to the a haunted houses stuff. I need to talk about that experience at the haunted houses. Oh my god. Oh, and I also talk about haunted. Okay, so before I get into Dancing with the Stars, I just want to make something perfectly clear here. I want to make something perfectly clear. I get a lot of like questions like, is my scary story times real? Like, I get so many comments under my scary story times. Oh my god, I'm so sorry that happened to you. You're so strong. And other ones are like, oh my god, is that real? Are you being serious? All my scary story times are fake. All my scary story times are fake. None of it happened. All of it's fake. I say it in my description box. I don't want to say it in the video. Like, I don't want to start the video off like about everything I'm about to say is not true. Like, because it ruins the fantasy. You know what I mean? It ruins the whole thing. So I don't do that. I make it sound like it's real. I do, but I do make sure in the description box and all the scary story times I always say this is not real. None of this happened. However, all my other story times on my channel, other than the scary story times, are real. Like, all my other story times that do happen to me, which do sound like made up as well, they're actually real. Okay, so now I'm going to go into Blood Sugar, and I'm going to use the intravenous shade. So this is what I'm going to use. This is the only shade from Blood Sugar I'm going to use. Okay, so I just wanted to get that out of the way, just to clear the air off that. All my scary story times. I'm going to film one tonight, too, so just to let you know, they're all fake. They're just for fun, they're just for entertainment, and that's that. Okay, so I'm gonna darken up the V with this. So yes, that's it. So let's talk about Dancing with the Stars. So, you guys, I don't even know where to begin. First of all, the themes are just, half of them are great, but then half of them are just whack. Like, come on, the next week is Michael Bublé week. There was James Bond, there was Elvis. Like, I don't give a shit about that. You know what I mean? Like, I don't care for that stuff. But I did like the prom night. The prom night, I think, was my favorite. The Disney night's always great. It wasn't my favorite Disney episode that they've had, but it was good. And then I like the emotional night, like the memorable year night. That's always my favorite. I always love the memorable year night. So yeah, so that's that. I think everyone who's going home deserves to go home. I know Vinny's probably gonna last until the very end. I think no matter, Vinny could literally just stand in the middle of the ballroom and do nothing, and he'll get all the votes. People love Vinny. He's very charismatic. He's very charming. He's very, he's gonna get the votes. Everyone loves Jersey Shore, and that's just what it is. So I like Vinny, so I don't mind. But I think everyone probably behind the scenes is frustrated, probably like, we need to, Vinny, is not the best, even though he's been doing okay. But I think obviously Vinny should have went home before Joseph did. I mean, Joseph, Arnold Schwarzenegger's son, went home in the last episode, and it's just like, I mean, Vinny is way worse than he is, and Vinny should have been home way before Joseph was, but it is what it is. I actually really like Joseph. I'm a little sad that Arnold Schwarzenegger never came, to see his son. I guess he's very busy or whatever, but he could have made time to see his son. You know what I mean? I'm just saying, he could have. He could have. But he never came. Never came. I guess if Joseph made it to the finale, I guess Arnold would have came at that point, but no, he never came. Okay, so now I'm gonna go into, maybe I will go into, I'm gonna go into cake mix and blood sugar, actually. So I'm gonna go into cake mix. Yeah. And then blend that in the crease. So yeah, but other than Joseph, I feel like everyone who's went home deserved to go home. I think everyone is amazing. Of course, Tyra Banks is embarrassing herself. I think she's embarrassing herself as a host. I mean, she's just totally embarrassing herself. I mean, she really truly is. I think she needs to quit. She just needs to quit. I mean, she's messing up everyone's words, everyone's names. She's not knowing what Q it is. I mean, she's a mess. She just needs to quit at this point. I mean, they need to fire her, to be honest with you. But I also think everything's cringe about it. Like, everything Tyra says is cringe. I think Bruno is, I like Bruno, but he's so cringe. Like, it's like every second he's throwing his chair or the chair's falling. It's like, get it together, bitch. It's like, get it the fuck together. It's like, how many times every second you're throwing your chair or you're doing this all, like, not everything has to be Broadway. You know what I mean? Like I like him and I get it, that's who he is, but like, not everything has to be a whole production. Like, just say how you feel about the dance and that's it. Like, you don't have to do all this crazy shit. And like hit Derek in the face and throw the chair. I'm just like, ugh. But I also want to talk about, of course, Selma Blair. She went home because of her injury. She didn't really have an injury, just the doctor said, listen, you've done all you could do. There's not much more you can do off on the show. You need to leave, before you really hurt yourself. But so far, she was dancing really, really good. She was doing really good. So I'm kind of bummed about that. I really liked her. I do think the ending was a little corny. I mean, they were all giving her 10s. I mean, it was a great dance, and I get it. I mean, it would have been embarrassing. It would have been shitty if they gave her even 9s. I mean, of course you're gonna give her 10s. But like, it was kind of like a little bit much at the end there. Like, they kept like, I don't know, they were like, tell how you feel about everyone, tell how you feel, like, give her a break. Like, she just danced, she's crying emotionally, like, okay, tell everyone how you feel about the cameraman, and how you feel about the experience, and how you feel about Tasha, and how you feel about the backstage people, and how do you feel about makeup, and how do you feel about the judges, and the floor, and the ceiling. I'm just like, let her breathe. Like, let her breathe. Like, this is hard enough as it is. She's an emotional wreck. She's sad that she's leaving, and you're all making it really, like, horrible for her. Like, honestly, I would have been like, okay, please just give me a moment. Like, I need a moment here. Like, you're making it sound like I'm dying. Like, you need to, like, leave. Like, that's, like, enough, But no, they were just overbearing with her at the end. Like, they were just like, I mean, she deserved a nice emotional ending, but they really, really did not, like, let it go. Like, just say what you have to say and that's it, and then not have a whole, like, moment where she's, like, hysterically crying, can't even get her words out. Like, at that point, just let it be and let her breathe. You know what I mean? But anyways, I'm glad that she, she's worried, she should leave for her health. Okay, so now I'm gonna go into This shade is a little bit dirty because I can't really. Okay, Just the Theory. I've had this palette for a long time. Okay, so I'm gonna go into Just the Theory, the metallic on the top, and then I'm going to go into my ring finger like that, like I did, swirl my finger around, and then go in like that. So everyone does it neutralize differently. That's how I do mine. So anyways, I've been loving Dancing with Stars. I think this is the best cast. I think Shangela has been amazing. Like, oh my god, she's been even better than she's ever was on Drag Race. Like, she is fabulous. I think she's definitely 100% going to be the runner-up. I think TikTok Girl's going to win. That, like, Simpson dance she did was, like, unbelievable. Like, the Simpson dance, and then Shangela's last dance to, I think it was Prom Night, when she danced that whole, like, J-Lo song. Those are my two favorite dances of the whole season so far. Yeah, those were the two best. But yeah, I think the TikTok Girl's gonna win. The runner-up is either gonna be the Bachelorette or Shangela. And then Wayne Brady's probably gonna be the third place. If it's not rigged and if everything goes according to plan, that's probably how it's gonna go. Yes, that's probably how it's gonna go. Now, again, this is probably my favorite season of Dancing with the Stars. I think it's the best cast. I think it's the best. I really do think it's great. I'm loving it. I love the dances. I love the people. The only people I don't like, I think the Bachelorette's just boring to me. I always fast forward her scenes. I don't care about her. And that's it. Everyone else I like. Okay, so now let's talk about. Should I do BravoCon next? Yeah, I'll do BravoCon. So BravoCon was a big event. I really wanted to go. Unfortunately, the tickets were a lot of money. The ticket I wanted was almost $2,000. I mean, it was $2,000. So that ticket, it's a 3-day event, BravoCon. It's about all the Bravo Labs from all the different shows on Bravo come together with Andy Cohen, and they have a whole weekend at a whole like stadium and event. It's like the Super Bowl for Bravo. The Super Bowl for Bravo fans. And you purchase a ticket and you get to go in and meet everyone and sit down and watch them talk and converse and whatever else. But the $2,000 ticket I wanted had like a special like you get to meet so many people, you get to go to all 3 of the days, and then you also get to go to a Watch What Happens live taping. And the special Watch What Happens Live BravoCon episode, you get to be in the audience for that and ask a question or whatever. So that was what I wanted. But it was $2,000. And then the next one I wanted was, I think, $800. And that was like it was the 3-day event with no Watch What Happens Live special, no like asking anyone questions, no nothing. It was just you meet everyone, you take your picture, but you do get to be on Fast Pass lanes, and then you also get a 3-day event. You get to be there for Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. So that would have been the next one I wanted. But $800 was also a lot. But after seeing the crazy and how great it was, I'm going to have to purchase a ticket. Actually, I'm going to have to. Maybe not the $2,000 one, but definitely the $800 one. I'm definitely going to purchase because, I mean, it was epic. It really was. I love the Squash Your Beef segments. I like how they gave a special sneak peek to the new Ultimate Girls Trip season. They gave a sneak peek of the new cast of The Real Housewives in New York City. They had everyone there. They had the Squash Your Beef. My favorite was Teresa and Caroline. Caroline was like, they didn't even get up to Squash the Beef. Caroline just got up and was like, we don't have enough time to say what I gotta say to Teresa. Then Teresa got up and she went to the mic and she's like, well, there's not enough security here for any of this, so I'm gonna need to like not do this today. Bitch. Yeah. And then I liked there's so many good Squash Your Beefs. It was Vicky versus like everyone. Like it was like Vicky versus everyone. Ashley from Potomac had a problem with her. I think, who else had a problem with Vicky? I mean, pretty much everyone. Teresa did, everyone. And then there was, I'm gonna go back into Blood Sugar. Oh, did that just move? I think it did, yeah, it did. Sorry, guys. Because I hit the you know, the... Okay, I gotta do the whole thing again. All right, I can't do that again. That wasn't good. Okay, so now I'm gonna go back into the black chocolate shade and blood sugar and just stuck on the face. Okay, so yeah, then they had Tamara versus Jill, because Jill supposedly spoiled something for Tamara. Tamara's returned to OC, and they were pissed about that, but it's like everyone's gonna know Tamara came back. Like, it's not a secret. Like, I think everyone knew, you know, they see her filming with the cast and whatever, and everyone knew. I don't get why that would be like Jill was like letting the cat out of the bag. And then Jennifer threw a drink on Joe, Gorga, and Melissa, not at BravoCon, but at a hotel somewhere. And they got into a huge dispute. Jennifer threw her drink at them. It was crazy. I love the singing and dancing at the end of the special Watch What Happens Live episode where they all were singing, like everyone was doing their song, like Kenya did her song and then Melissa did her song, the on display, and then Teresa's face, oh my god, while she was performing on display. I really wanted them to ask Melissa if she watched Dancing with the Stars when Teresa was on it. I know she didn't vote for her, but I was just like, I wanted to know if she watched Dancing with the Stars. They'll probably ask her at the reunion. What else happened? Obviously Heather and Whitney from Salt Lake City there's definitely shit going on with them, because it seems like it's a lot of tension there. And then there was a fan that was like screaming Team Heather, Team Heather. Like, Whitney is like saying all this shit on Twitter about Heather and Team Heather, and then Whitney was like, I didn't say shit about Heather in weeks. Heather's the one talking about me. And they were going back and forth. It's definitely something. And then Teresa revealed she didn't get a prenup. The stupidest thing. The stupidest thing you could ever think of. Because first of all, after what happened to her last time, that's first thing. Second thing is, all the shit that's out about Louis. It's like, regardless if you're in love and you're in this bubble and whatever the fuck, like, look at everything around you. Like, look at everything that's coming out about Louis and look at your past with Joe. Like, wouldn't you want to not repeat history? I mean, I would have just got the prenup regardless. Like, that doesn't mean you love each other less. You know what I mean? Yeah, so whatever. It was her decision, obviously. Like, no one's gonna, you know. Okay, so I'm gonna go to liquid liner. Yeah. So yeah, so that was that. So that's BravoCon. It was a beautiful 3-day event. I mean, they were probably exhausted. I heard they were partying until like the wee hours of the morning. I heard that Kathy Hilton was like doing conga lines and like getting drunk and drinking with everyone else, and yeah. But those Bravo fans are really like, shit, they're shady. I have to say, they're shady. There was a shady question to Melissa. Someone was like, why did you go on the rails in New Jersey behind Teresa's back knowing it was going to cause all this drama? And I'm like, first of all, that whole thing, and I'm not saying I'm team Melissa at all, because like, I really don't even, I think Melissa's not that entertaining to watch on the show. I think Teresa's way more entertaining to watch, even though Teresa's completely batshit. And I think they do give Teresa too much power on that show. I think Melissa is not, I don't think Melissa should be on the show. I really don't, to be completely real with you. However, I don't think her being on the show has anything to do with backstabbing Teresa and was behind her back and whatever. If there was an opportunity that presented to her, she's gonna take it. No one's gonna tell anyone that if Melissa was on the show first and then Teresa auditioned, that anyone's gonna say, oh, Teresa went behind Melissa's back and went on the show. It's like, Teresa was on the show first. That doesn't mean that just because then Melissa, her sister-in-law, can't go on the show. Like, I never understood that. Like, I never did. And Teresa still to this day, oh my god, look at this, oh my gosh, she went behind my back. Get over it. Get over it, Teresa. Get the fuck over it. Like, if she did, I don't think she did do it behind your back, but even if she did, you guys were not a good place at the time. She's not gonna come to you and be like, oh my god, I'm gonna be on the show, we're gonna be biffles. No, the show is, even though you guys all filming together, the show is, everyone has their own opportunities on the show. You know what I mean? Like, it's not about Teresa, it's about Melissa and her family, too. It's that simple. Like, I'm sorry, but I have to be honest. You know what I mean? And I know if the roles were reversed, Teresa would have went on the show behind Melissa's back. Like, I know. Like, let's keep this very real here. Yeah, so, but Joe Gorga set that fan straight. He was like, no, you know what's pissing me off is that if I work in business and I have a family member, I'm going to give one of the positions to a family member and help them out. I'm not going to give it to somebody else. Basically, he's saying, like, if Teresa's on the show, why would she not want Melissa, her sister-in-law, to be on the show with her, basically? Even if they're not in a good place. You know what I'm saying? Like, even if they're not in a good place, it doesn't mean that Melissa can't go on a TV show. At the end of the day, Teresa was going to find any issue. At the end of the day, Teresa just didn't want them on the show regardless. It had nothing to do with being behind each other's back. She just did not want them on the show. She didn't want them on the show because she doesn't like them. Well, too bad. That doesn't mean that they can't go on the show just because you don't like them. Now, that christening scene made Joe and Melissa look crazy as hell. Because that was our first impression of them. You know, for 2 seasons, we were loving Teresa. We didn't know Teresa was really this batshit crazy and this, like, evil towards her family until they got on the show. But however, before that was the first scene with them. So everyone was like, oh my god, like, Teresa, I feel so sorry for you. Look at how Joe's acting at the christening. So of course, we're all gonna be like, what the fuck? Because that was our first, like, looking at them for their first scene. But then, when the season goes on, the show goes on, you start to realize that they just were pissed and had enough of Teresa's bullshit behind the scenes. And the fact that Teresa was probably pushing Bravo not to put them on the show. And then she's at the christening going, congratulations, oh, so happy. And then the whole time, she's like, I don't want them on the show, you know, why are they on the show? I don't want to be at this christening with them. Like, I get why they were pissed at the christening. But again, we didn't know all that until later on. So when we first see them, we're like, oh my god, like, Joe and Melissa, they're like, look at this fucking scene. Like, look at what they're doing at their son's christening. But now we know the real truth. So now we understand where Joe was coming from at that christening. That's all I'm saying. But again, I still like Teresa. I think she's very entertaining to watch. Would I ever think she's a good person? Would I ever think that, would I ever want to be her friend? Would I ever want to be a family member of hers? Absolutely not. I don't think she's a good person. I think the only people she cares about is Louie and her kids, and that's it. Everyone else, friends, family, outside of that, she doesn't give a fuck about. That's it. Other than her kids and her husband. I think she's an amazing wife. I think she's an amazing mother. But I think she's a horrible friend, and a horrible sister, and a horrible person. And that's just me keeping it very real. So putting a C10 under my eyes now from Jeffree Star Concealer. So yeah, that's how I feel about that. So yeah, next year I'm definitely gonna purchase a ticket. And I'm definitely wanna go. Yeah, I definitely wanna go. Anyways, enough of BravoCon. So now let's go on to the haunted houses. So now, bitch. Now, I went to haunted houses last year, and when I visited Texas, I went to haunted houses, and it was scary. I was scared. I was definitely scared, but I was not like, girl. So I was perfectly calm. I went with friends of mine to Pumpkin Farm, and we went to at nighttime, the haunted houses and the haunted Kwame's. You know, you had to purchase a ticket, and we did. I was with my friend and one of my friend's daughters. She was completely scared. She didn't even go on the line yet. We weren't even inside yet, and she saw one clown approached her, one scary clown, and she started screaming and crying. We all thought it was a joke at first, but then she was like, no, she really was, tears coming down. I was just like, I cannot fucking do this. So the mother and her had to go home, and I felt bad, but we had to continue on. So the rest of us, we went on and we purchased the tickets, and we went online. And at first I was fine. Like, I was waiting on the line, I was fine. I wasn't like gonna be thinking I was gonna be so scared or anything like that. I mean, it's just, you know, it's acting, it's supposed to scare you. It's like watching a horror film. It's all like Hollywood, it's all make-believe, whatever. However, that all changed when I got into the haunted house. So we purchased a ticket, there was it was a haunted house and a haunted corn maze. So we did both attractions. I mean, I think you have to do both attractions. You can't just purchase one. Not to do. You have to do the bundle deal. So that's what we did, and we got inside. At first, it was fine. You know, the haunted house from the outside looked small, but when you go inside, there's like all this shit. It went on for like 15 minutes. You know, and it was really crazy. Okay, I need to delve into this haunted house just to let you all know, because I don't know how the haunted houses are around where you are. The one in Texas I went to was not like this. This was definitely the scariest, craziest, most, like, the worst one I've ever been in my life. So I have to talk about it. I have to warn you guys. Again, is it all make-believe? Yes. I mean, that's not the problem I had. It wasn't most so that the characters and everything, all that of course is fake and whatever. The problem I had with this haunted house is that, and I'm not trying to say I didn't have a good time, because I did. I think it was definitely my money's worth. I had a great time. It was fun. And that's what it's supposed to do. It's supposed to scare you. And it did its job. They definitely did its job. However, the problem I had was that at parts in the haunted house, it was way too dark and you couldn't see shit. All right? You couldn't see shit. And that was the problem I had, because how am I going to see? You can't take your phone out. You can't. They prohibit that. So what am I supposed to do? Like, we're walking in this it's pitch dark. You can't see shit. And it's, again, this pitch dark thing, and you can't see nothing and no one. And it's like you're literally like this. Like, like a mummy, like trying to find where to go. Minutes. We were stuck minutes at one point. We could not fucking get out of this one point. We're at the dam. We just could not. I mean, we just could not get out of it. Eventually, we got out. And then there was a part with a smoke machine, and we couldn't see shit with that too. Of course, the people popping out, it makes everything worse. And then there's a part in the thing that I got hurt. My leg, I got kicked or something in my leg. So it got hurt. It really was bad. I was like limping. I really felt like I was getting attacked in a horror film. I was like limping, running out of this haunted house with these scary people chasing after me. And then one of my friends, it was an accident, but he punched me in the face. It was an accident, but damn, did he punch me in the face, because I was like, I thought I was bleeding. I was like, I told my other friend, like, oh my God, can we go to the side to check, because I think I'm bleeding. Then there was two parts that really was like too much. One part, it was a Christmas scene, some type of Christmas part of the haunted house, where they had like this, it was Christmas, but it was like, everything was bloody and it was dressed up for Halloween, but it was like Christmas trees and there was like a haunted Santa, whatever. There was snow coming down, fake snow. The fake snow got in all of our mouths and we were like choking and gagging and we couldn't breathe. So that's actually a safety hazard. So I'm just letting you know, if you go into a haunted house and there's like fake snow in a scene, or there's like a Christmas horror part of it, cover your mouth and nose, because when that shit gets in you, it's no joke. So I'm just warning you for that. And then the worst part of this whole haunted house was the part where you go into this black thing, and it's like a black cape, and you're pushing. You have to. At first, because I was ahead of everyone, I was like, I can't go in. Like, it's not allowing me to go in. But one of the people literally broke character, and she was like, no, you have to go in, you have to go in. I'm like, but I can't, it's not allowing me. She goes, no, just keep going, it's gonna allow you to. She literally had to break character to tell me this, because for minutes I was like, I can't fucking go. So then I was going in, and then that's when it got really bad, because you have to push against this curtain, that's this wind blowing you in your face, with the curtain in your face. You have to push through it, but you're in this enclosed space and you get claustrophobic. Like, you can barely breathe. It was like I was gonna have a heart attack. I was getting so petrified. I was like, how am I gonna escape this fucking thing? Like, I can't, it's closing in, I can't breathe, and this thing's pushing me in the face. That part we could have done without, to be quite honest with you. Like, we didn't need all that, because that honestly could have really hurt someone, to be quite honest with you. Like, someone who's claustrophobic and someone who's really has trouble breathing, that's not okay. And I'm one of those people that I actually do get claustrophobic, and I get nervous, and I hyperventilate and stuff, and like that was like almost killed me. I have to be honest with you. So after that, I was kind of like, do I even want to do the haunted corn maze, you know? Because we did that haunted house first. Like, do I even want to do the haunted corn maze? I was like, but I have to purchase the ticket. Waited on this line. Seemed like forever, but we finally did it. And the first part of it is like a 3D effect of these 3D glasses, and then the rest is in the corn maze. So the corn maze was actually really cool. It was shorter than the haunted house, but I actually liked it. I actually liked it. It was a full moon, which had nothing to do with obviously the corn maze or anything. There was actually a full moon in the sky, and it was like peaceful. It was like we were going through this haunted corn maze. It was like a little foggy, but the stars were beautiful. We were upstate. We did this in a lot upstate. So the stars were beautiful, the moon was nice, and it was really, really nice. It was nighttime, obviously, it was really, really nice. It really was. I actually really enjoyed the haunted corn maze, actually. Of course, there were people popping up at you and trying to scare you and stuff like that. There was actually a part where one of my friends got so scared, he jumped out and hit my friend, and they both fell into the mud, and they got all muddy. We came out, I'm limping. My nose is killing me. I got punched in the face. My leg is killing me because I got kicked in the leg. I'm limping. I'm holding my nose. My friends are all dirty and battered and bruised. We're all coming out of this haunted fucking experience. And it literally looks like we literally got chased by serial killers in a fucking horror film. Like, we really looked like we came straight out of a horror film. It was unbelievable. It was quite hysterical. It really was funny. Actually looking back, it was quite hysterical. But no, you know, so it was fun. It was our money's worth. I'm just letting you know, like, I'm telling you the story just in case of you to decide, because the haunted houses and haunted stuff like this is very popular now, and everyone does it now, and this, you know, during Halloween. Just letting you know, they definitely, a lot of them have different things. The one in Texas I went to wasn't like this. I will say that. It was not like that. It was scary, and but it was not like that. So I'm just warning you guys. Every haunted house is different, so just beware. In fact, I'm so glad my friend's daughter did not go on this haunted. She wouldn't have survived. If she couldn't take that one clown on the waiting line, there was no way she could have survived. She wouldn't have lasted 1 second in that haunted house. Not 1 second. So she made the right move going home. But I felt bad for the mother because she kind of told me, she's like, you know, I really wanted to do this, but, you know, she's my daughter and she's scared, so I have to go home with her. And I just, you know, we all understood, obviously. So, that was that. Okay. Okay, so now I'm gonna I always do this, even neutralize, it doesn't matter. I always do this. I always go into a black liner brush and smoke out my lash line. I always do that, no matter what look I do. I love that look. I just love doing it, so that's what I do. Of course, you don't have to do this like the way I'm doing it. I'm just showing you how I do my neutral eye everyday eye. I barely do neutral eyes. Like, I barely do this. I barely. I mean, I always love color and stuff, but I did it for the video, and I do neutral eyes sometimes. But I go to work with a red lip, with a color, you know, with a rainbow eye. Like, I don't care. Now, of course, you can do this eye. You don't have to do every step I did. Like, you don't have to do smoking my line. You don't have to do this part. You know, you don't have to darken up the crease with the brown. But, you know, I was like, you know what? This is just how I do it, you know? So I watched Halloween Kills, and I'm gonna talk about my October favorites and the Halloween mukbang I'm gonna film. So I'm not really gonna delve into it here. I'm gonna delve into it more there. However, I will say I did like it. It was different. It was cool. And yeah, I fucks with it. It wasn't bad. It wasn't bad at all. It really wasn't. I mean, honestly, definitely better than Halloween Kills, obviously, but it wasn't better than the 2018 Halloween, but it was better than Halloween Kills. It was good. It was good. It was different or whatever. But I'm gonna delve more into it in the later videos. But just let you know, I did watch and I did like it, and it will be in my October favorites. Okay, so I'm gonna go into one shade from Jawbreak, and I will go into the Tasty Brown here, just to smoke out my lash line with this, because the brown in the brown in Blood Sugar is a little bit too dark, and I already used it on my crease. I'd rather just use a little lighter brown on my lash line. So yeah, so that's that. Okay. Yeah, guys, the dating apps aren't working out for me. Like the last guy. A lot of the guys on these apps, like at first they see me, right? And they see my picture and they're like, okay, yeah, I'm interested. And then we match, but then they go into my profile and they read that I'm non-binary or whatever, and I guess that turns them off. And then they basically tell me in the conversation, like, I'm not interested anymore. Like, I'm just not interested. I'm not interested anymore. And then I'm saying, okay, I have no choice but to say, okay. There was this one guy, he was like weird, like, I guess English wasn't his first language, he was Italian or whatever. We matched, and okay, I'm gonna clean up my lash line with this brush. So we matched, and I said, oh, hi. I said, hi, right? And then he goes, so I got a text, and he goes, no. He didn't even say hi, he just said no. And I'm like, no what? Like, what does that mean? That's just not even, like, it's not even proper English. No what? Like, I didn't ask a question. And he goes, not interested. Sorry. And I was like, you know what? That works out, because I'm not interested anymore either. Again, he was probably one of those cases that we matched because he saw my picture at first. He's like, oh yeah, and then he read and he was like, I'm non-binary or whatever, and he started to read, and then something turned him off, obviously. I don't have anything bad in my profile. I say I'm looking for dating, I say that I'm a Capricorn, I say what my interests are, what I do for work, whatever. Normal stuff. But I think they read that I'm non-binary, and they don't like that. I don't know, maybe they don't understand it, I don't know. And then they shy away from it, and they're too scared to find out about it, so they just not want to. I don't know, but dating is not working out for me, obviously. So, that's that. There's nothing I can do. Okay, so now I'm gonna go into Peach Goddess and highlight my inner corner with Peach Goddess from Jeffree Star, and then I'm gonna also put in my inner corner with Peach Goddess Diamond Wet. Just to get a little shimmer in my inner corner. Again, you don't have to do that step. It's just, I like to add little extra things. You can see all this, right? So yeah, so yeah, I'm gonna film a scary story time tonight. I think if I have time, I'm gonna film a scent review from Bath & Body Works right after I do this video. I'm gonna film diamond, what was it called? Something with diamonds on the packaging. I forgot what it's called. Diamond something. And okay, so now I'm gonna go into, and it's delicious. So far they only have the travel size perfume spray to sell, like the whole collection's not out yet. I'm gonna go into this now. But guys, it is one of the best signature scents. I actually went back and I smelled Autumn Full in Bloom, and I fell in love with that even more. So I actually got the mini spray and the mini cream to that. I'm actually gonna wear the mini cream today, because Full in Bloom is amazing. I think Full in Bloom and this new diamond one that's coming out is probably the two best signature scents they've done in a very long time. Now, Full in Bloom is a little bit more unique. I will say that the diamond one is not unique. It's been done before. I don't know if it's a complete repackage, but I feel like that diamond one, I mean, it's similar to other stuff they've done, but it's still great. I love it. You know, I don't think it's a complete repackage, but it is similar. Now the Fall in Bloom is really good, and it's really unique and different. Like it's really, like, they have nothing like Bath and Body Works like that scent. So I will say that. Okay, and now I'm gonna go back into Beach Goddess and highlight my brow bone with Beach Goddess with this brush, like I always do. Listen, makeup, doing your makeup takes a lot out of you. That's why I wish I had a makeup artist. Even though I like doing my makeup my own, because I do it my own way. You know what I mean? Like, I've been doing it for so long this way, and if someone else did it on my face and did, like, I had a makeup artist and they did my makeup, it would be different seeing my face in someone else's hands, you know, after all this time. But yeah, no, it takes a lot out of you. Oh, I do mascara. But yeah. So listen, you see, when I don't do a makeup tutorial for a while, it's a lot to talk about. So that's why, like, I don't really talk a lot, like, in any of my other videos about, like, stuff like this, or like even like my mukbangs, like, because I'm eating and stuff, so I really don't delve that into, like, a lot of, but when I do my makeup, I like to talk about a lot of different stuff and really, like, spill the tea, you know? I like to spill the tea in my makeup tutorials and really delve deep in stuff, you know? And that's what I do. Yeah, so definitely go to Bath & Body Works and try the new Diamond one. They have the perfume spray, and I think they have the candles, the single wick for sale. The full collection is not going to come out, I don't know when. I think maybe probably right before Halloween next week. It's probably going to be available. I have just bought the perfume spray, and I have it in my pocketbook right now. I love it. And they had some Christmas pocket backs in Bath & Body Works too. I'm not gonna do a haul on it. I just got the perfume spray and I got some pocket backs. The pocket backs, I got Twisted Peppermint, because the Twisted Peppermint pocket back is not that cooling, tingly sensation on my hands when I use it, only the body care. So I bought the pocket back. And I bought the new gingerbread one, which smells good. I mean, it's not complete gingerbread, but it smells nice. It smells like a bakery, you know, like a vanilla. But it's not like complete gingerbread. Like, the gingerbread candle is way more gingerbread than that pocket back, but it's good. It will do. And the only other new Christmas body care that's coming out is I think it's called Bright Christmas Morning. I think it's called. And I got a pocket back. I think it's called Bright Christmas Morning. So I had Santa on it or whatever. That smells really good. It smells like a fruit punch. By the way, if you guys are wondering, like, what I'm doing today, I'm doing my makeup for it. I'm going out to dinner with some friends. No, yeah, but after the haunted house and the haunted comedy, I lost my voice because I was screaming and everything. So I lost my voice the next day. I was battered and bruised the next day. Like I couldn't walk. I lost my voice. I had like a headache. It was just, yeah, it was a lot. The next day, like I needed like a day to relax because that was a lot. Oh, girl. When you do your mascara, it's like you really gotta take like a deep breath, girl, because mascara is tricky to apply. Just clean that up there. Girl. Oh, so I'm gonna take a deep breath. Get some water. Gotta take a workout. Oh no, what do I do? I forgot because it's like so many steps. Okay, so I'm gonna touch up my makeup. Like over here. Foundation I used today was NARS. Excuse me, I'm sorry. And I always do that. I always have to blow my nose. I'm a very clean person and everything, but I always have to blow my nose, always. I try to keep pocket bags with me at all times because every time I blow my nose, I have to use a pocket bag. I don't have one on me right now, but I'm gonna wash my hands anyways after this. Okay, so go into the fair powder and then set my whole face with the fair powder with the big kabuki brush. I just set my chest up. Okay, now contour and highlight time and then lips, and that's it, we're done. Okay, so I don't know if I'm gonna have time to do the review for the diamond scent from the new one from Bath and Body Works. Maybe not right now, but when I come back home tonight, I'll do it. When I because I'm gonna have to film the scary story time tonight, anyways, because I like to film it when it's pitch dark, anyways, out. Just adds to the mood, you know. Oh my god. Okay, now it's time for highlight. Gonna go, you know what? No, I'm not gonna go into Beach Goddess. I'm gonna go into, oh, should I? Should I do? I mean, I guess why not? It's a neutral nude highlighter, you know? Why not? But I was gonna do like a shimmery light pale gold as well. I have that ColourPop one called Lunch Money. Oh, let's talk about for a quick second. Let's talk about the new Kylie collection. So she came out with a holiday collection, and then she came out with a Batman collection. So I think the Batman collection is a little weird for her because I wouldn't expect her. She's a girly girl, and she has nothing to do with comic books or any superhero movies, and she has this Batman collection. So I mean, whatever. It looks cute. Obviously, I'm not gonna get anything, but it looks cute. It's just, you know, I like Batman. Actually, I like Batman. Batman is my favorite superhero movie. If I had to pick one, I mean, it is my favorite, but I don't know. I don't really shop at Kylie anyways, but I just want to tell you about that. But the Christmas collection, I think the Batman's collection is better than I'm surprised she put the Christmas one out before the Batman one. The Christmas one, she came out a little too early for me, to be honest with you. But the Christmas one's already online. Unless she's thinking of doing another Christmas collection, I don't know, in November. But the Christmas one's really bad, I have to be honest with you. She's had a couple of nice Christmas collections, but this was her worst one. I have to be very honest with you right now. The Batman's collection way better than the Christmas one. I think that Christmas one, it's a reindeer one. It's supposed to be about Rudolph, but I'm sorry, there's not one damn red in that palette. It's just a neutral palette. It's literally just a neutral. It's a neutral palette with no reds. I'm just like, what's the point of that? It's a Rudolph palette with no reds. There's one red, but it's not really a red. It's more like a burnt maroon red. You know, when you have a Rudolph palette, you're expecting like a bright shimmery red metallic, you know? Wouldn't you? It's just a neutral palette. It's just a neutral palette. That's all it is. So, that's that. And then I did go into Diamond Wet just to top off the highlighting on my nose and cheeks. Okay, so now I'm going to go into the light like I always do. And I'm going to go into my Halloween Jeffree Star mirror and clean up my face. I'll be right back. TTYL, right? No, not TTYL. But I'll be right back. Because TTYL's talk to you later. Yeah, that's not what I meant. Now I'm going to clean up my nose. Where the hell is that brush? Just clean up my nose. Here it is. Yeah, listen, like, I think maybe if I was trans, people think I'm trans anyways, but because people always ask me, what are my pronouns when I'm not in public? Some people actually mistake me for a woman and then like, oh, I meant sir. And when they do that, I feel like that's kind of like grimy. It's like, if you're gonna just say ma'am, just say ma'am. You know what I mean? At that point, don't like say ma'am. Like, oh no, I meant sir. And like, it's awkward, you know. So, but I do feel like if I was trans, it'd be a little easier for me. I think someone commented that in one of my videos. I was like, oh, why don't you go trans? It's just not who I am. I don't identify as trans. It's just not me. If I did, I would. I just don't, you know? I'm non-binary, but I don't identify as trans. However, if I was trans, maybe it would be easier for me. Maybe I would have a boyfriend and whatever, because a lot of people don't understand non-binary people, especially straight guys. The straight guys are normally into me, and they don't fucking understand my non-binary. Once they see that, they're like, they run for the hills. They run for the Dickens. It's like, no, wait, don't run. Like, I'm a good person. Like, you'll like me. Like, I'll explain to you what non-binary is. But they don't want to hear it. Sorry, I'm like a perfectionist with my nose highlight. I don't know why. Like everything else, I'm a perfectionist with too, but like with my nose, I'm like extra cautious with. I'm like, it has to be like cinched, like woods. It has to be like really tapered. The thing is that like I don't need a nose job. I do like a small tapered nose, but if I were to get a nose job, I would just clean up. I would tell the nose doctor just to chisel the end here. Just to chisel the nose right here. Just like what I'm doing, like just chiseling the edge of the nose. I would tell my if I were to get a nose job. Okay, so now we're done. We're almost done finally. Girl, it's always hour long these videos. Setting spray and then lipstick. And you know what? I lied. I'm not doing lips right now. I'm gonna highlight my chest. Every time my chest is showing in a shirt or a top or something, I always have to highlight it. That's what I like to do. So that's what I'm gonna do. So I'm gonna highlight it with Diamond Wet. And I'm also gonna highlight it with a little, see, I like this. This is so pretty. Oh my gosh, this is so pretty. I'm gonna put some Citrus Bling too on it. So that's the pretty crust. Let's really rub it in. I love it. Okay, now it's time for lips. So I want to do, if I wasn't doing a neutral everyday look, I think I would do Leo. I think I would have done Leo, to be honest with you. I think I'm actually still going to do Leo. I will do the neutral lip for the video, but I think I'm going to take it off. And if I do film any more videos of this, you'll see probably Leo on it. Because, we'll see, we'll see. I'm definitely going to do the neutral lip for the video, but I think I might put on Leo before I leave the house. All right, so I'm gonna do Christmas Cookie. You could do any neutral lip, obviously. Any nude would do for a neutral look, a neutral eye or anything. I'm gonna do, I think, where's my Celebrity Skin? I think this is it. Okay, so I'm gonna do Celebrity Skin lip liner and then Christmas Cookie liquid lip. Oh, God. Okay. So for Christmas Cookie. My chest is shimmering like there's no tomorrow. I love Christmas Cookie. Oh, it's my favorite nude. Favorite everyday nude. It goes with any look. Any look. feel like I should dab just a little bit of this, because I did do a little bit much, to be honest with you. I did a little bit much. So I'm gonna dab just a little bit, because it's extreme. Yeah, just a dab it a little bit, because even though it's still extreme right now on my chest, it's a little too much. Even for me. Okay, so I'm gonna show everything under the light, but first, I'm gonna put on gloss. I'm gonna put on Diamond Juice. Shall we stop? So you guys, we are over an hour long into this video. I didn't want it to be this. I always do hour-long makeup tutorials. It's crazy. I think the next makeup tutorial I'm gonna do is a rainbow eye. Of course, I'm gonna do a holiday eye. I might even do a look for Thanksgiving, New Year's Eve, my birthday, whatever. But I think next one I'm gonna do is a rainbow one, because I like my rainbow eyes. Of course, that would be from. I'll do the whole look the whole look will be using the Jawbreaker palette. You don't even have to do the gloss. You know, you could do it like this. I like gloss, so I'm gonna put it on. This is my favorite nude gloss ever. I do like beaded glass, and you could do beaded glass too with this. You know, you could. It's really, really pretty. But, I mean, they're similar, obviously. They're very similar, but like, I don't know, I like Diamond Juice more. I don't know. It's just a classic. It's my favorite. This is like my third bottle of Diamond Juice. Honestly, I love it. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh. You guys, it is just that good. So the perfume of the day is gonna be Bon Bon by Viktor and Rolf, and then the cream of the day is gonna be Fall in Bloom by Bath and Body Works. Okay, so this is my neutral everyday smoky. I have on a Hershey Park. I don't know if I showed you. I got a Hershey Park t-shirt on. Got it from Hershey Park when I went to PA. All right, so this is my neutral everyday eye. This is it, guys, with a nude lip. It's very rare that I do this, but I'm gonna do it today. Gonna get like a good, I don't know. I think I'm just gonna keep this top on, honestly, for the dinner. Okay. Well, I love you guys. Love you guys enjoyed this. This is the outfit of the day. I did actually do an outfit of the day for the pumpkin patch. Actually, what I was talking about when I went to the haunted house and the pumpkin patch, like that was the outfit I was wearing that night. So yeah. All right, I love you guys, and I hope you guys enjoyed this neutral look. Let me know if you recreated or if you like neutral eyes or neutral looks, and if you do eyes or your neutral look similar to this, let me know down below, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.